Plaintiff Asaya Joliffe says the defendant is her brother. And growing up, the defendant lived with his father in the suburbs, while Asaya lived with her mother and was homeless from time to time. Asaya claims she allowed the defendant to move in with her, but he failed to pay rent, so she's suing. Defendant Armand Joliffe Bush says Asaya was always a role model and a mother figure to him, but he insists he never agreed to pay rent when he moved in with her. Armand is countersuing his sister for the value of 5 kittens.
Start with you.
Armand is my brother. He's one of 7. So me and my brother, we have 2 different childhood life as far as growing up. When I was about 11 years old, he went to go stay with his father. I went to go stay with my mother. So we had to live in shelters, sometimes go to park, sometimes sleep in the bathroom.
Over the course of how long?
We was
3 months, 6 months?
No.
A year? What?
I want to say about 2-3 years.
Off and on?
Off and on, yes. She was raising us all by herself, but she let the last 3 youngest go with their dad, which is, he was
But
one.
that's what the financial problem was?
Yes. I became, I want to say, a very wild child, a very promiscuous teenager. I ended up having my first kid at 15.
Did you complete your education pursuits?
No, I'm just going for GED.
Okay. What are you going to do then when you get it?
I actually don't know. Just to have it, I guess. And
No, you got to use it. You have to have some skill in this world. All right. Now, let me hear from you. Give me some background. So my point is you got to get some other level of certification beyond GED. Go ahead,
Right.
sir.
So this is my sister, Asia. She's a very kind, loving mother. She's a mother figure to me. She's a role model to me. Growing up, like she said, we did have different lifestyles. I stayed with my dad in the suburbs. She stayed with my mom. You know, it was nice out there, nice home, nice school, better environment. But back in the city, it's how it is in Chicago.
What city? Chicago here?
Yeah.
What'd you do with that quality education you got?
Quality education. I dropped out of school in 11th grade after my dad had died, and due to gang violence at the school, I just dropped out.
me and my brother, we have 2 different childhood life as far as growing up. When I was about 11 years old, he went to go stay with his father. I went to go stay with my mother. So we had to live in shelters, sometimes go to park, sometimes sleep in the bathroom.
Plaintiff Asaya Joliffe allowed her brother, the defendant, to move in with her. But while there, he and his friends damaged her home while fighting about marijuana.
$3,300 for rent. Tell me how he owes this.
So in September, I let him come stay with me due to the fact my mother kicked him out.
Why?
Because Amon is very irresponsible. He did not want to pay her rent. He felt like the world owed him something. So he felt like she had to pay for his food, pay for his clothes, and he's 20 years old. So she had enough of it, so she kicked him out.
You didn't tell her, my mom's still a child.
I mean,
You didn't tell her? You didn't tell her?
No, I was.
Yeah, you got to tell her that next time.
I guess so,
Say,
yeah.
Mama, I'm still a child. I can't take care of myself.
So I let him
You
move.
a man. No, I'm not. Don't say that, then I'll have to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Grown men have to take care of themselves. Yes, ma'am.
So upon me letting him move in, my rent is $1,200 a month. I told him, you can only pay $200. I understand the situation. He was like, okay, cool. I allowed him to have company. He had the free will to do what he wanted to do in my home. Once he paid $200. The first 3 months was cool. He paid. And about December, January, February, that's when he started falling off on rent. Didn't pay me anything. He always had an excuse why he couldn't pay. And during the time he was there, I had so much damage in my apartment from him, allowing his friends to come over, allowing my brothers to come over, and my house was destroyed.
Now, I did not agree to pay rent.
I know, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, is this the same guy? Well, he's made it clear he doesn't intend to have any responsibility for himself.
Yeah. So, no.
So, yeah, you talking about the same guy actually told you he would pay something and you believed it?
Armand Joliffe Bush, yes. He paid me.
I need taken care of.
So the 3 months was just free? No. It was agreement.
You tell me, sir, you ever give her any money?
No, I did give her money. I gave her about $300, but
Why?
to help with rent, but I never agreed, when I moved in, that I would pay
Okay,
rent.
did you stop helping?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Stop helping because like jobs, like they were on and off. Like I worked through a temp agency, so like sometimes I would go to work, sometimes I wouldn't. So when I did have the money, I did help her, but when I didn't help. But like I wasn't responsible, like or obligated to help her, you know. Well, I mean,
He said he wasn't responsible.
I mean, I'm not that.
He made
that's not
sure
the
he
right,
put that in. That's his whole. Hey, I bet that he didn't mean to say that, but that's just something to come out his mouth.
Wow.
Go ahead. You gonna pay the light bill? I'm not responsible.
I didn't even make
You
him
gonna
pay
help?
that.
Can you go buy some groceries today? I'm not responsible.
I didn't make him pay for that.
Did you buy your own clothes today? I'm not responsible. That's a good one. Go ahead and tell me about the damages you're suing for. So the rent in total is how much?
$600.
All right. Tell me about the property damage.
So it's windows, walls, and doors.
How so? What happened?
So he would be at home. He would allow his friends to come, my brothers come, and they would just fight. And give you an example of what they'll fight about. They'll fight over weed. So they all be high, and they'll be like, "Nah, man, you hit the blunt 4 times. I only hit 2 times. All right, let's box then."
How old are they?
We have 17 and 22.
Were they prepared for the workplace, to your knowledge?
Yes, the 22-year-old was. Armand and my brother, the 22-year-old, yes, they did work temp agencies. Temp agency was available. They can get 40 hours paying $12 to $15 an hour. But by it being a temp agency, they can call off when they want to call off. I'm so high, I'm not even going to work tonight. That's what happened. I don't feel like going there.
You
I got
forgot the last part of that.
For what you mean?
That he would make. You say he would call in, "I'm not going to work today." Then they say, "Because my sister take care of me. I don't have to take care of myself. They know I'm a child."
He will only work enough to feed his habit. Like he likes smoking weed. He likes playing the game. And he likes to have an iPhone. As long as he got an iPhone, weed, and game, he's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I'd only deliver enough papers to be able to buy some candy. So it makes sense.
No, I did have the money, I did help her, but when I didn't help. But like I wasn't responsible, like or obligated to help her. Well, I mean,
He said he wasn't responsible.
I mean, I'm not that.
He made
that's not
sure
the
he
right,
put that in. That's his whole.
Hey,
I bet that he didn't mean to say that, but that's just something to come out his mouth.
Plaintiff Asaya Joliffe allowed her brother, the defendant, to move in with her. But while there, he and his friends damaged her home while fighting about marijuana.
So they would fight, and what type of damages did they cause?
I had holes in my wall. I'm not talking about a punch. I'm talking about they're slamming each other, body prints, through 2 of my walls of them fighting. Then also my doors. My front door got kicked in. And then also my door in his room and my kid's door got knocked off because him and my brother, once again, fighting. They got too high. And now they want to fight each other. And my other brother on one side of the door.
Do any of them have, like, girlfriends that might say to them, "You're a loser, so until you get it together, I'm not going to date you"? Or do they actually have girlfriends?
I mean, he has a kid's I'm sorry. He has a kid's mother.
Right, but has she dumped him?
Yeah, but she dumped him
Right.
but it was a whole different reason. She dumped him because he told her he's not gonna get a paternity test because he don't want to pay child support.
That is the same reason. It ain't a different reason. It's the same reason.
Oh.
I don't want to be responsible for myself. So certainly I don't want to be responsible for a child. It's not a different reason. It's the same reason. Last one. Watch cartoons.
I don't watch TV.
You watch Scooby-Doo? What's yours?
No, I don't watch a lot of TV.
Oh, not, okay.
I play
Sitcoms,
games.
though. Gilligan's Island.
None of that.
All the fighting. Power Rangers.
What they do.
Power Rangers, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They fight, chop each other up, and destroy things. Go ahead.
So I walked in, and he, once again, he had his friends over or not. I go into my bathroom, and it's cat feces on my, all inside of it. It's like the cat was just a cat litter in my bathroom. So I goes in the living room, and I let him know, like, hey, you need to come get this up. He didn't make no effort to get up. So I might sound crazy for this. So I walk past him, and the cat, it's a girl cat, and she just stays under him. So then she was just looking at me, and I feel like I had a stare down with this cat. Because how she was looking at me.
You ain't do nothing to the cat, didn't you?
It's how she was looking at me. So I looked at the cat. So I opened up the window and I just threw the cat out the window. But the cat, there's nothing wrong with the cat. The cat just got back up. It didn't hit no concrete.
Landed on his feet. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Cat's all
like it didn't like I threw her from a fifth, sixth floor. I just felt like she was like, yeah, ha ha ha.
Disrespectful to you.
That's all.
Mean mugging you.
Like, yeah, I did it. Like, yeah, I did it. Go clean it up.
Yeah.
Like one of those. After I did that, he get up. Now he's everything. He's done playing the game. He realized what just happened. Oh, you threw my cat out the window. I gotta get revenge. I gotta get payback. So he picks up a weight and threw it through my window. And it broke. That cost me $300.
Okay. All right. Let me have the damages. Sir, you tell me about this, and then we'll get to your counterclaim for the 5 kittens.
All right, with the window, I did break the window, but like that was only out of anger because she did throw the cat out the window. But I don't feel like I'm responsible.
No.
Okay. Oh, why'd you say that?
You know what I don't know what's on her mind.
No, I don't feel like I'm responsible for that.
Go ahead.
But with the walls, I only caused 2 holes in the walls. It was a total of about 8. I didn't cause all of them myself. It was, like she said, my brothers and them.
They didn't have free reign to come over as your brothers?
No, they did not.
Someone would have to be there to let them in and oversee.
Yes.
Because 1 or 2 of them like to steal.
How you know?
I've been around.
Yeah. You gotta keep lock
It's
on your
not my
doors.
first rodeo.
Yeah.
That's how I know. You are the one that let them in, so they were under your supervision. And when someone under your supervision damages someone's property, you're liable. And your counterclaim for the kittens, how does she owe you for 5 kittens?
All right, so I had a cat. Well, my mom, she had a cat, but she had gave me the cat, and the cat that got pregnant had 5 kittens. My sister, she had let me have the cats over there. She got rid of them. When I asked about like where the cats were, she said she threw them out the window. She had did something with them, sold them, gave them away. But I told her I would sell.
I'm sure she took them to a shelter or gave them away. Go ahead.
But I told her like before then that I would sell the cats for $300 each. But she had got rid of them, so I didn't get any money for that. So that's why I'm suing her.
Plaintiff Asaya Joliffe allowed her brother, the defendant, to move in with her. But while there, he and his friends damaged her home while fighting about marijuana.
Ma'am?
The 5 kittens was never hid. Those were my mom kittens.
Okay.
My mom sold those kittens. I have a statement from her. Yes, those are her kittens. She sold the kittens.
Let me see your statement. Did you speak to your mother about it?
No, I didn't ask her.
Okay. All right. I, Thelma Sophia, brought 2 cats, and I got rid of both of them due to them being nasty. You paid for nothing. She say, I read that part. She said, Armand, you paid for nothing.
I didn't pay for the cats, but they were given to me.
She said they weren't.
Correct.
Judgment for the plaintiff. He doesn't believe he owes anybody anything, even for the damages or anything else. And therefore, I'm inclined to believe you. And I'll grant you your judgment and dismiss yours, sir. Those weren't your cats, according to your mother. Now, your mother lying, go tell her. Say, Mama, you a lie.
That's right. I got to
see how that work out. Judgment for the plaintiff.
If I could, I'm just gonna guide him to becoming, a better father for himself, and just help him out through life.
I'm not worried about the cats anymore. I'm glad it's over with. I don't really think I owe her for the rent, but I mean, it is what it is. So, it's cool. I'm gonna live.